What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can play your Xbox One games anywhere in the world. So what do I mean by this? Basically I mean that you can stream your Xbox One games, you can remote play your Xbox One games, whatever you want to call it. You can do it remotely without having your Xbox One with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the supplies you'll need, first off, you need an Xbox One. It can be the original Xbox One, it can be the S, the X, doesn't matter. And then you're also going to need a controller, just an Xbox controller, pretty simple. And then you'll need a phone. It can be Android, Apple, doesn't matter. It can also be like a tablet or something if you want. And you're also obviously going to need an internet connection. So basically what we'll do is enable some settings on your Xbox One, like I got right here. And then we're also going to go over to your phone, download an app, and then enable some settings there as well. Alright, so I actually want to start with the phone first. So as I said, you just need an Android, Apple phone, anything will do, anywhere where you can download this app right here. So Xbox Game Streaming Preview. So I have an Android obviously, and so I just went to the Play Store and then you press install. And it's not a terribly large app, so it should be installed pretty quickly if you have a decent internet connection. Okay, so the app is now installed, so let's go ahead and open it up. And you should get this Game Streaming Preview screen pop up. And then it looks like the Xbox startup screen. And like it says, play Xbox games on your devices, and it requires an Xbox wireless controller with Bluetooth. You can stream your Xbox games to your device. This is Project xCloud, you don't need to worry about that. That's not what we're doing in this video. And then give feedback, blah, blah, blah. And then of course you're going to sign in. So right here I'm just signing in with my Xbox One profile. And click Let's Play, and it'll basically do its own thing and load up. Congratulations, welcome to the Project xCloud preview. So as you can see, I got my profile down here. One thing you want to go ahead and do is enable cellular data, because you'll probably need that later. And I'll go back home for now. And then next what you want to do is you want to go click these three little bars up in the top left-hand corner. You got Project xCloud, which is stream a collection of games directly. And you got console streaming, stream games from your console. So this is what we're going to be doing today, is console streaming. So basically, you're going to be setting up your Xbox One to host the game, so you'll be able to put in your disc or whatever, and you'll be able to stream that game to your phone, wherever you are. So what you want to do is set up your Xbox. So turn on console and sign up with your same account. So since I already have my console on, it came up with this pop-up and it was like instant. And all you got to do is click enable, and it'll go ahead and run its test. It'll make sure your internet connection is good enough. Make sure the controller firmware is updated. A bunch of other stuff that you don't need to worry about. Just let it do its thing. And as you can see, yep, it tells you some stuff about your connection. Make sure your bandwidth is good enough, latency is good enough, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I am wired. As you can see, that gives me the fastest internet. So you definitely want to make sure you're either wired or you have a decent Wi-Fi network. And then controller, it has to be Bluetooth, obviously. And then your controller firmware needs to be updated to a specific firmware. I don't know what that firmware is, but Xbox will do it yourself. So just click Update Controller, and it'll basically take you through the process and help you out with that. So it's loading up still. So I think it's somewhere down here. Configure. Nope, that's not it. I think it's these three little dots. There it is. So you just click on the three little dots, then it'll say firmware version, and click Update Now. And basically, your controller and your console will do its thing, and it'll update. And also just to let you know, while your Xbox controller is updating the firmware, the little Xbox icon at the top will be flashing. Alright, so my controller just finished updating. I pressed OK, and it took like 2 or 3 minutes, so not too bad. And you're just going to back out of this menu with the B button, and then you can go ahead. It's saying press enable on your console to get connected again, so let me go ahead and just go back and do that setup again. And then as you can see, it'll pop up automatically, and I'll click enable. And it'll basically test your setup again, and it should see that your controller has updated its firmware, and you should be good to go. And you'll just have to basically check a checkbox. And yeah, so enable console streaming, and the console is ready to stream. So continue in Xbox Game Streaming Preview app on other device. Make sure to use the same Bluetooth controller. I don't think you have to use this exact Bluetooth controller. You just have to make sure you use one that's got the same firmware. So I actually have a different controller I'm probably going to use. But yeah, that's all you got to do on your Xbox One. So let's go back over to the phone now. Okay, so back over to your phone, it says awesome, your console is set up. So we'll click next. And then you need to pair a controller to your Xbox. So here's where it gets a little bit tricky, I think. If you're, right next to your Xbox and you're using one controller, obviously this controller right here is paired to the Xbox. And so if you, let's say you turn your Xbox off, and then you want to pair this controller to here, it's a little bit tricky because as soon as you click this button to turn this controller on and then pair, it's going to turn on your Xbox. But I think we should be okay if we just do this right here. Let's see. And then quickly do pair, and we can turn our Xbox back off. So it's a little bit tricky, but it should be, there we go. So it's pairing now, and then click next. And so what you'll probably have to do is go to your Bluetooth settings on your device, like your Bluetooth settings on your phone, and then you'll have to do pairing mode on your Xbox controller, and then basically search for it on your phone and pair together. So as you can see here, I am flashing, so that means I'm in pairing mode. And if I come down to my phone, which is not focusing very well, you can click on your Xbox controller, and it should pair. After a very violent vibration, it is now paired, I believe. So there we go, controller paired. It may be a little bit tricky for you, but you should be okay. We'll go ahead and click next, and it says, awesome, you're all set up. So basically all we need to do now is make sure our Xbox is off. As you can see, it is off. Our controller is actually on because it's connected to our phone. And we'll go ahead and click Start Console Stream. And it's basically going to connect straight up to our Xbox here. And we'll be able to play just like a normal game. So I think it's kind of funny how this works. So let me just wait for a second for this thing to load up. So yeah, you can actually get some cool clips to clip your phone to your controller, so it's easier to use. So yeah, there's your Xbox. It says at the bottom, it comes up with a notification that says you started streaming. And the funny thing is, this is just kind of weird and funny, is that the Xbox, clearly the Xbox looks off, like there's no light there, but it still shows a picture on your screen like it's playing, which I think is kind of weird. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn that screen off. But yeah, guys, here's our console, and just to show you and prove that it's working, this is my controller, and it works just fine. It's kind of hard to show both on the same screen. But I mean, the lag, to be honest, is very minimal. It's not, obviously you're still streaming, so it's not going to be perfect, and I guess I'll show you guys that I can play games. So if I come over to my actual Xbox, and let's put in a disc. So we got Star Wars. Go ahead and put that in. All right, so we got Star Wars. Put it in our Xbox, and we should see it load up over here, and we'll be able to play it. Sometimes it takes a while. All right, so it's loading up now. And as you can see, playing our game just like normal. I mean, it's literally just like you're looking at your TV screen, except you're on a little tiny mobile device. And as you can see, guys, Star Wars is still loading up. You even get all your standard, sound and everything. Same sound you get it from your Xbox. And just to show you guys that you can do this from anywhere, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my Wi-Fi, because right now I'm just connected to my home Wi-Fi. It's gonna say it's trying to reconnect for a second while it's trying to connect to my LTE network. All right, so it actually doesn't like when you disconnect from Wi-Fi and connect to LTE while you're already streaming. So I'm going to restart the stream. But as you can see, I'm disconnected from Wi-Fi and I'm just on LTE. And I just press connect. And it'll load right up. Now obviously you're going to need a decent LTE connection. So if you're in the middle of nowhere, like with 3G or something, it's probably not going to work, to be honest. You do obviously need some decent connection. But as you can see, I'm on LTE right now and it seems to be working just fine. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am streaming in Star Wars now. I've got my controller right here, playing along. My lag is a little bit more on LTE than it was on Wi-Fi, but that's kind of expected because my LTE coverage where I am right now is not great. So that's just something to be aware of. If you have Wi-Fi, definitely connect to Wi-Fi. If you have LTE, then just deal with that. But this is a great way to play your games on the go if you don't have a Nintendo Switch or some portable console like that. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope it helped you out. Hope you enjoyed it. And definitely leave a like down below if it helped you out, and subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.